Outdoor advertising is extremely effective in terms of full media mix. I think the main reason for that is the fact it's very much a very big medium format, so there's a lot of scope for creativity. You can get a very interesting message across, and it backs up what you're trying to do with all sorts of other media messaging, so be that online, TV, radio, and I think that, yeah, you've got a great opportunity to get one single simple message across. Being a consumer, very effective because it's all visual. And that's what fashion is, it's visual, it's what we see, so definitely for me, very effective.
I think it's more than subconscious, yeah. If you see an ad, it will drive you, it will drive a process of thought. So if I see an ad for a film, it might drive me to then go to the website and see whether it's at the local cinema.
Also driving along, if you're behind a bus, the only place to look is the back of the bus. They tend to have adverts there quite often. That sticks in your mind. Certainly for film releases and things, you know, there's things that whereby I've gone home and said, oh, I must go see that, because I'd noticed it on the way home. Whereas I wouldn't have even thought of it if it hadn't been there.
I actually find outdoor advertising more effective. Like with television, for instance, you tend to switch off whenever the adverts come on. But with outdoor advertising, as you go about your day, you like to see things which are different. So every now and then you spot all these adverts outdoors, like billboards and stuff.
Just the other day, as an example, when I go to buy myself a snack or a chocolate bar, I was filling up at a petrol station, and on the outdoor billboard, which was at the petrol station, there was an advertisement for the new Kit Kat Chunky, and it had all the 4 different flavours, and automatically I just wanted to try them.
I think outdoor advertising can be really effective as long as it kind of relates to the people who might pass it by. I think it can be a really good way of getting a message across.
Well, I think it's really effective because it's very often in a place where you're kind of close to the product that they're trying to advertise. So, you know, you see it at supermarkets, you see the food, you can buy it quite quickly.
I think it can be very effective because you have, for example, on a tube, a captive audience. You're standing waiting for 3 minutes, you're looking around, not enough time to read a paper or a book, so you see what's around. Particularly at bus stops as well, it's the same kind of story. And again, taxis, when you're sitting there, captive audience.
I think it's mostly effective because you don't realise how much you're absorbing it. It's almost ingrained in your understanding of culture nowadays.
I think outdoor advertising is really effective. You tend to not realise you're actually taking in the message. It's unintrusive, and it's also a really good form of entertainment as well. So I think it tends to kind of add some sort of smile to your personal day, I suppose.
I was going on holiday a couple of weeks ago, and I needed travel insurance, and then all of a sudden I come to realise that I've seen this ad for a really cost-effective travel insurance policy, and I went out and bought it. So yeah, I think it's really effective.
I could be driving into work and just glance up at a billboard, and in a split second I'll see a brand and it'll capture my attention.
I think it can be really positive. Sometimes I think when you're driving it's maybe not as effective because you don't have as much time to take it all in. But when I'm at a bus stop or I'm out and about walking down the street, you do have the time to kind of stop and pause and see what they're doing, and I think that can work really well.
I think it's really effective actually. You don't necessarily know that you're taking it in, it's just there and you subconsciously look at it, and when you're bored,
yeah, definitely.
Take it in, yeah.
And there's not really anything else to look at. Well, if you're on a train, that's the only thing you're going to be looking at, really.
If there's an ad that I quite like, I'll talk about it, you know, and then over a beer or whatever, and then, yeah, you kind of realise then that they're an integral part of everyday life, I guess.